Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monifactory. Alright, here we are today in episode 82. And to be quite honest, I'm actually recording this episode a day after the last day I recorded. Alright, so last episode we were working on the sterile clean room and the titanium, all that good stuff. And I know I said that I would do some cleaning up off camera, and I did. Excuse me, just ate. God, it's getting so hard to find things around here. I gotta figure out some sort of like organization system. I know I said that super early on in the series, but never ended up going anywhere. All right. And so as you can see, here is the room. I didn't do much with the room right now, but it is powered up. Oh yeah, I did add a little elevator block here, and there we are, cleaned out. Nice little hallway, got the little power conduits and everything, so we're all good to go here. I don't know if we're gonna need any more hallways. Oh, I should probably get this area cleaned up at some point. Yeah, that's the mob farm. Okay. Anywho, let's go back. That was fun. Let's go back to our terminal here and let's get into the building, shall we? Right, so there is gonna be a lot of steps for the growth medium, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so we're gonna need the sterile, that's gonna need the raw. The raw is gonna need all these items here. We got agar, and mincemeat. There's gonna be the two most difficult. Calcium and salt, whatever, that's not a problem. Then we're gonna need mutagen. Mutagen is a rabbit hole of its own. We need the sterile clean room, of course. So we got the enriched bacterial sludge, and that can come from. Oh wow, Nicodrite too. I don't think I want to do that. It can come from 235 or non-numerical uranium. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, so we're gonna need a bucket of bacterial sludge with the uranium. And the bacterial sludge is gonna come from bacteria, no big surprise, and biomass. Bacteria is biochaff with water, or distilled water, I guess, in this case. Don't know if we're actually making this elsewhere, but probably not. And then biomass. So that's another thing. Do I have, wait, can I do anything with this fermented biomass? You know, I don't think I can do anything that I would be able to repurpose. Yeah, okay. So that's not gonna happen right now. Right, so back to what I was looking at. Right, so we're gonna need bacteria and biomass. And that's also a manner of using biochef. And I'm gonna have to need to figure out my biochip situation because I think I'm already using that elsewhere, you know. And the bacteria, oh, I covered that. Okay, so back out, back out. Agar, it's gonna be gelatin. Gelatin comes from gelatin mixture. That comes from collagen with water and phosphoric. That comes from bone and mincemeat. So here's the real kicker: getting bone. That is going to come from the microverse missions, and we're going to need the 2.5 microminer. Now, I swear I made this up at some point, or I made it maybe a 2.5 somewhere for something else. But that's how we're going to get bones. And if I'm not mistaken, there's no quote-unquote better recipe. It's just a one-to-one situation between the bone or the bone meal. Although, the bone meal, hold on. The bone meal, you know what? That actually might be a better source. I think. That's a 1 to 5, right? Oops, shoot. I don't know how to go back. Collagen. So that's 2, 2. Yeah, actually, it might be better to do the maceration route. Okay. Right. And we cover the agar. The mincemeat, of course, is just we're gonna need to do a lot of processing of beef, which, we got some, and I'll have to run the cow farm, obviously, to get some more. That being said, let's get into setting up the sterile clean room, shall we? I'm just thinking about it. In what good way would there be to, color code things or organize things, I guess, even because signs, I don't know. I mean, they're visible, of course, but I have to like stop and think and look at it, and it's just like, surely there's a better way to instantly recognize, oh, this color or this marking means I go over here for this. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna cut here. I'm gonna get some machines, and then we will get to working on all the steps needed for the growth medium. All right, we got. Rather, I did a little adjustments with the clean room here because I wanted to have that back road just in case I needed it for anything. So now our clean room is good to go. Let's get started on everything that we need to do. So, I think, what's the first? I need a brewery or a distillery? That's not what I want. Wait, bacterial sludge. Okay, here we go. So we're going to need to make biomass and bacteria, right? And they are both made same way, brewery. One needs biochaff. Okay, they both use biochaff, right? Okay. So brewery, water. Okay, so one's distilled, one's just water. Got it. Right. So let's get that going again. Where you go? Brewery. All right, so we're gonna start, I guess, here and here. All right. Now, how are we gonna? Well, actually, I don't need to frame it like that. We've already done the clean room before, so there is the block up there. I need some conduit. All right, I think it's here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of you. And I guess we'll just go right across here, or maybe we'll clean it up as we need. Right. So we're gonna need fluid and items going on in here. I'm just trying to think. Thinking about using Ender.io to kind of move fluids around, but maybe I'll just not go that route. Okay, so we're going to want to get robot arms. I don't think anything that matters. The speed, really. We want to get some interfaces. We are going to want some filters for fluid, particularly. Regulators. That should do enough. Probably going to need more faces anyway. Okay, so let's get started on this. We will probably, let's see, I need to change the outputs of these. All right, we're going to do regulator, and boop, and boop. And one is going to take water. Keep exact. One bucket. Oh, import. And the other is going to take distilled water. Import. Keep exact. Boop. Okay. Boop, boop. Now we're going to take some cable. And that should connect. Good. So you pretty sure are the water. Good. And you are the distilled. Good. All right. Now let's get some robot arms going on here. Import, import, keep exact. Import, keep exact. I don't know. We'll just say 4. Boop, boop. Okay. Chaff. Chaff. That's not 3. There we go. That's not 4. That's 3. There we go. Okay, so there's a bacteria and there's biomass. Cool. So that's kind of stuck right now, and that's going to fill up eventually. Okay, so with these two fluids, now we can put down a chemical reactor, and we're going to mix these two to get the bacterial sludge. All right, so chemical reactor, in you go. Let me get my wrench, and boop. Okay, import, keep exact. What were the numbers? 1 to 1. Okay. Okay, so biomass. Let's keep exact. Good. And no, it's not sludge. What was it called again? Bacteria. Bacteria. Bada boop. And do. Boop. And kibble. Where's kibble? Bacteria. And biomass. Now methinks I'm gonna have to do. Oh wait, biomass should be. Storable in our system, but I think the bacteria, it's not going to know what to do with. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so while I'm at it, let me go ahead. We'll get a fluid cell. There you are. And we want to get a card. We're going to want to get destruction card. There you are. And an equal card. Bop, bop, bop. All right. So bacteria, in you go. And the enriched bacterial sludge, right? That's what I want? Yes. And for now, we'll call that complete. Go ahead and put you in there. Cool. Now I just gotta find the right elevator. Oops, gonna go this way. Yeah, I really should upgrade to the Traveler's Wand. I think that's still in here. Anchor? There we go. Yeah, the travel anchor. And with a wand of I don't know if you need the traveling or not, the staff of traveling, but I'll look into that. It might be easier to get around. Okay, so bacterial sludge, moving kind of slow, but it is what it is. Once we get the sterile clean room maintenance hatch, we won't need to worry too much about that speed or this clean room limitation. Just to remind myself. Oh yeah, that's not happening for a while. Okay. Let's spit you out, put you on. There we go. Oh, I forgot about the bacterial sludge. Okay, so let's go fix that. Bacterial sludge. There we go. Yeah, that middle fluid I think was the bacterial sludge. The one on the far right was the enriched. Okay, dokie. Back in here we go. All right, so that's running now. Cool. Now, with the bacterial sludge, we want to brew it with uranium. Now, we have a lot of uranium-235. Fortunately, it's in dust form, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're going to have to turn it into the ingot, macerate it down, and then craft it into its dust form. I think. This is a 235. Yeah, okay. Right. So, let's go up to here. Now, the 235, we see we have the ingot nugget. Okay, we don't have a big nugget problem. So I was going to say maybe we make a packager system situation. Although that wouldn't be a bad idea right now. What was it called? The packer. Here we go. Wait a minute. Yeah. That probably a quick and easy solution there. Don't think I'm going to need really a packer going forward, but let's just worry about that when we get there. Okay. Can I get there, please? Thank you. So for the 235 ingots, nuggets, we're gonna need. Where are you? Wait, did I screw up? We don't even need to do the pack. Oh, compressor. Okay. Okay, let me just get this requested up then. And oh, there we go. I was gonna say I should probably cut real quick, but never mind. I don't need to. All right. Should have a robot arm ready. Yes. And I want to get an item filter for simplicity's sake. 235 nuggy. Import. Boop. All right. And faces. Bada boom. All right, so that's going to be compressing all of our 235 ingots. Yeah. All right, so now we have that. All right, we're going to, well, we have 10,000 as it is, so we got a buffer, as it were. Right, so we're going to want to make a uranium-235 pattern. And it dawned on me, or occurred to me rather, that I don't have a multi-block macerator designed particularly for making dust. That's something I need to do. In fact, I think I tried to make it earlier, but I was out of resources. Okay, there we go. So that's on its way. Yeah, I think I was out of titanium or something like that, and couldn't make it. Titanium, which had been going to our fusion reactor, as it were. All right, back to what we're doing. So we have the dust now, and we want, I think it's a tiny pile. Yes, the tiny pile. What does the small pile do? Nothing. All right. So get rid of that. Oh, we need to change that. There we go. Tiny pile check. Okay. Matrix. Boop. And I guess we'll put it in here as well. Where is tiny pile? And we'll say 64 and 9. Actually, we'll put that to 63, make it nice and even. even as in, ratios. Okay, that's all good to go. So now with the 235, we can go back and we're going to need to make another brewery. I was thinking another 2, why not? Hopefully we'll get that single one quickly. I probably was going to be needing that item I put away. I already forgot what the hell it was. I think it was a filter or something. Right. Where are you, Mr. Brewery? All right, so that's going to take a bit. So I could just take care of something here. Okie dokie. Oh, it's palladium. I thought that was titanium. I was like, why is titanium being used in an IV machine of all things? Do we have some? Yeah, I need to like fix some of these cobblestone crafts. Some of them go away after they're done. Some of them don't. I think it's had something to do with the way that I encoded it and put the cobblestone into the system. We might need to pause because this is being backlogged by the macerator request, so I will be right back. Righty. We got the breweries now. Let's head on back to the clean room. Get things going. Okie dokie. So here's that. Put that down here. And right, okay, yeah, I had a brain fart there for a minute. So we're gonna want to put that there, and we're gonna want to get a regulator. Right. Oh, I already had plenty. We're gonna need some more faces. Get some more filters. All right, let's get to work. So that's the import. I want to say, I don't know, keep 4. And don't really need a filter here. Gonna do keyball. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Oh, right clicked off my Minecraft screen. Tiny pile of uranium. 235. Good. All right. So now with this, we needed the bacterial sludge. Cool. Let's get that wrench of mine. Boop. And boop. Import. Bacterial sludge. And we'll say, I think it's, let's do 4 buckets. YOLO. Okay. Is there a way to like, oh, wait a minute. I wonder. Oh, dude, that is so fucking awesome. I didn't realize that middle clicking to select a part would work in non-creative if, and I imagine it only works if you have the item in inventory. Like if I did that, for example, if I try to click on the wire, don't have it. If I click on here, boom. Oh my god, that is so freaking amazing. All right, that's my mind blow. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we're getting the enriched bacterial sludge, and thankfully that should just be able to pop back into our system. Yes, correct. Now, with the enriched bacterial sludge, now we're going to need a distillery to make our mutagen. So I should have a distillery on me. Yes, cool. Beep. Regulator. Keep thinking of. My brain keeps going to Dr. Doofenshmirtz whenever I say like the 8 or suffix on anything. Keep exact. Yes. Brain, think good. Okay. Boom. Boom. So enriched bacterial sludge, and we're gonna want one. Yes. Import. No, wait. Is that in buckets? I think that's milk buckets. Keep exact. Yes. All right. And oops, not that. And boop. All right, we're in business. That is going to be making our enriched sludge. Or no, our mutagen. I keep forgetting that. Now I do need to go make that fluid cell for this, so that's a thought. All right, so that is that. We got that ready for the growth medium. Now we need to work on the mincemeat or the agar dust. I guess the agar dust, right? Mincemeat is simple, yeah. That's just maceration. All right, so agar. Oh yeah, so we got gelatin. Water, phosphorus, collagen. Yeah, this whole nonsense. Okay, where are we in time? Okay, we got plenty of time. Okay. First, let's go 2.5. Okay, so we do have 2.5s. So we were sending these out for something before. Maybe it was this stuff. Could have been tears. But particularly, we want bone. And Mossy Cobblestone. That's going to be a situation that we need to tackle right now. So Mossy Cobblestone. There's vines and cobblestone. So vines, we're going to need to make a greenhouse. That won't be a problemo. I'll just go with the EV greenhouse. Wait, before I request that, is there anything in there? Oh, yeah. Okay, so there is the... Oh, where did my other bag go? Here we go. Yeah, so let's take all of this, and I will put this away for later. So we want to get a greenhouse going. So let me do this. I don't want to waste too much time covering this. I'm going to go ahead and get this greenhouse set up, and we'll come back and we'll get to the Mossy Cobblestone creation. Or actually, unless I want to make sure I didn't miss something. Mossy Cobblestone. There's no way to, like, rock break this, right? You got to make it. Yeah, okay, I thought. So, okay. Back in a few. Rightio, we are back. All right, so I went and did some exploring, looked for a jungle biome thanks to the nature compass, and where did my thingy go? All right, wrong thingy, the wrong click, I mean. All right, so now we have vines coming in, and of course, as time goes on, we'll have a lot more of these. Okay, so we're gonna want a mixer recipe. It's fortunate that we have a multi-blocks. This will go a lot more quickly. Radio? Wait, honey? Oh, we don't need water. It's only for the moss block. Huh. Anyway, mixer. Assuming I set that up right. Did I set that up right? Oh, it's a crafting. Nope. Okay, I gotta go fix that. Okay. Let's first get this. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. Thank you. Where are we? They don't even go in there. Okay. Anywho's in Matrix. Boop. There we go. Oh, cool. Nice. Okay, now that that's out of the way, and a half. Boom. And boom. All right. So rotate. There we go. And bone. So that's T1. All right. So that bone. I did see the nether bone or wither bone in there, so that makes sense to some degree. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now we're gonna want to have. Why are you? Wait, what's going on here? Missing ingredients, tungsten. Ugh. Let's go ahead and get. I guess bone. Wait. Oh, we have bone meal there. So that should, in the process of trying to stock this, it will macerate a bone or want to make macerate a bone. If I don't have any bones, it will try to craft the bones from the ship. Why are you having troubles? T1, boop. Clearly, I think I fucked up the recipe. So I'm not mistaken. Yep. Ready you. There we go. T1. Bada boopy. Cancel that. Try it again. Yeah, that looks like it's going. Oh my god. Please. Alright, cool. That is kicking. Now, 2.5. Did I not make a repair machine for this? Oh, there it goes. Cool. All right. So that is being repaired. I guess the assembler that I put down before, I had needed it for a different 2.5 mission. Okay. Now that we have the bone situation, let's go back down to our greenhouse. Okay. So there's the mutagen. Now the use. Okay. The mutagen is the agar situation. Gelatin, gelatin mixture, collagen. All right, so there's that. So we're going to get mincemeat and then the bone meal. So let me bookmark that so I don't lose track of what I'm doing again. Sulfuric. Okay, we're good for acid again. I swear there are times where I will just run out of sulfuric acid. Either I heard a storm rolling in just now, or that was something upstairs. I wonder if it is gonna rain. Hasn't rained here in a while, actually. Where is my darned weather app? There we go. Ah, and there is the macerator. So we'll put that there. Oh, apparently it is going to rain. Not very much, though. Anyway, back to what I was doing. I get so distracted. Boop. Boop. And get rid of you. Face. There. In you go. We'll put that. And beef. As for any. Oh. And beef in you go. There we go. So we're getting, ooh, we get bone meal from this too. That's pretty neat. Oh, this is where the packager would come into play. Okay, so we're getting a lot of mincemeat here. So, you know what? I might as well just kick it out at the top here. Okay, cool, cool. While we're at it, just got that packer again. I keep calling it packager. I think it may have been called a packager at one point, or I'm just thinking of the other block that's a packager, the that one mod, the extended crafting thing. Okay. Do I not have any robot arms? Boop. Import. Bone meal. I think it was tiny. No, tiny. And Uno. There we go. And because I'm lazy, I'm just going to do it like this. Yay. Bone meal. All right. Cool. Didn't realize that mincemeat would give me bone meal. But in any case, we're supplementing our supply, as it were. Okay. Right, so we're going to want to get the collagen going, right? So we're going to need bone meal, mincemeat, and that's going to give us some sulfuric. Oh, that gives us sulfuric acid back. That's pretty neat. All right, so let's pop on down to the sterile clean room, and I should probably upgrade my jackpack. I've been complaining to myself about how slow it is to get around, mostly outside, really. Okay, so we're going to want to do import regulator. What's that? Oh, regio. And can I rotate it, please? Please? There we go. Boop. And boop. And boop. Okay. Doot, doot. The top, we're going to put on an item filter, and the side, we're going to put a fluid filter that I do not have on me. Filter. Boop. All right, so in here is mincemeat and bone meal. Mincemeat. Bone meal. All right, keep exact. Oh, and we should probably connect these. No big deal. All right. Boop. Mince. And boop. Cool. Now, for this, we're going to have sulfuric acid. Let's see. Keep exact. We'll do export for the time being. Doesn't really matter too much. Wait, is there a way? Yeah, I can't get it to do a half. Can I? No, it doesn't want to do halves. So I'll just do one bucket, whatever. Sulfuric acid. Oh, did I forget to set it to import? There we go. All right, so that is cooking. So that's going to spit out the sulfuric acid, and I should probably do boop. That could work, I think. So that's going to take 10 seconds. It's going to be a little slow, but you know, it is what it is. Now there's nothing getting stuck. Don't look like it. I think we're all good. All right. So that's for the collagen. Now, the collagen is going to need to go into a mixer with water and phosphoric acid, and we get our gelatin mixture. Now, we're going to need to make either I make a cell for this, or I input it right into a centrifuge. That's what I'll probably do. Now give us the gelatin. And then the gelatin. Oh, it needs. Okay, it needs to be in a clean room. So, what I'm going to do, get another couple of aluminum blocks here, wire blocks, and I'm going to move around the room here. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 machines, and we have a 16 amp, so we should be fine to expand as we need to. So, right, we're going to need a mixer. So, get me that mixer. And then the mixer would lead into centrifuge, right? Centrifuge. That's going to need to craft. Oop. All right, so I'm probably going to wrap this up here, and then we're going to end the episode off, and then we'll come back to the next episode and get everything good to go. Okay, so collagen. So we're going to need. Actually, this is going to go boop, and then we're going to go doot and doot. Import, import, boop, boop. Right, because I don't. Collagen. Yeah, so we need the water and the phosphoric acid. Okay. So import, keep exact. Got rid of my fluid filters. I think. Okay, so 3 water, 1 phosphoric. Phosphoric acid and water. And that's the water. Keep exact. Good, good. Water. Acid. That was very specific enough, but whatever, I got it. All right, so that's in. Cool. Now we're going to want to do the collagen. Yes. And there we go. And that is off to the races. So now it's going to spit out the fluid. There's the gelatin mixture, right? And boop. Cool. So that will start up once it gets another load because it has 6. And then we'll get some phosphorus dust back and some gelatin. Now the phosphorus dust, nothing that we don't already have, I guess. Yeah. Oh, here we go. The gelatin. So, I'll probably use this as a thumbnail for the video. So, yeah. Did we get that lumium? Now, because I put that in the corner there, I'm probably going to have to skip a block. Or maybe not. I could, honestly, for all intents and purposes, I could just leave that there and put a block here. So the gelatin goes into an extractor, autoclave, right? And you're going to need distilled water. Yeah, so I just put an autoclave here and keep going. I don't really need to see the centrifuge. I can just come up here and click if I need to. Although, think about it. Let's do these. In case I need to get access to the back row there. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, let me do this. Cool. Oh, but this does need... No, never mind. Oh, no, but yeah, so it does need an injection point. So let's get that fixed up here. All right, so enough rambling. I will get to ending off this episode, and next episode we will complete this sterile growth medium process. And with that, we will be able to get into the realm of wetware circuits and the like. Getting closer to the end game, as it were. All right, thank you all for watching. And if you did enjoy, please go ahead and leave a like or comment down below. It really helps me out, shows me that I'm doing the good stuff. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.